Alrighty, we're working on the second caliper for the Firebird 2-piston caliper conversion. These would be from like a 98 to an 02 F-body Firebird or Camaro 4th gen. Looking to put this onto my 96 Trans Am. Make sure when you're trying to get the caliper off with the carrier that you use 5/8 for right here on this nut, and it's 12mm for the caliper nut on both ends. I'm going to pull those off, pull the caliper off of here. Here's the bolts, and there comes the caliper. We'll soak these in some brake cleaner or super clean. I'm going to try to paint these up red to match the rear calipers. Well, it's grooved on there. And there we go. We'll soak those and the clips. So what you want to do too is pull these little sliders out, because we're going to paint this anyways. Pull these little sliders out, and oh look, there's a problem right there. This one's all ripped and goobered up. You might be able to get one off of the other set of brakes, I'm not sure. But that particular one, there's the little rubber shield there, is all broken up. This one looks like it's okay here. Let's see. That one's stuck. That's not good. You want these to be able to slide freely. That one's pretty gummed up there. But you want it to slide freely. Screw this in so we can pull it out. Oh man. So there we go. Yeah, look how goobered up it is. We'll take a steel brush to that, get it all cleaned up. We'll lube it with some plumber's silicone lube later on down the road, but that's pretty nasty there. Want that to be all nice and smooth so it slides in real easy, and that's just, you can see there, it's just too hard. This one is sliding a little bit cleaner, so we'll hit that with some brake clean. So let this soak in. I'm going to hit it all with some Rust-Oleum enamel. It's worked really good for me in the past. Got a whole brand new can of Rust-Oleum red. This is actually gloss cherry. Looks pretty good. Should be able to hit that tomorrow, potentially. You can use a brush like this, an old toothbrush. Get all the grime off of it. Got some. You can see the difference already. And this may take the paint off. On the other caliper, it took some of this paint off that was here. I'm not really concerned about the paint, just want it super clean before I spray them, obviously. And this would be the easiest way to get it clean. Definitely the ideal. When I first started spraying calipers, I wasn't that smart, so I would go ahead and just put paper around the rotors and the rest of the suspension components best I could. And ended up just, and spray the caliper right there on the car. The easiest method, not always the best, but it was fun. My dad let me do it first on his 88 Corsica. It was silver with silver upper body with a lower graphite color. So we decided we spray the calipers first, kind of a dull red color. It wasn't real impressive, but it was kind of fun. And the next time, I went ahead and sprayed it bright Rust-Oleum yellow, and that really cleaned it up well. Lots of grime here. Hopefully this doesn't mess up my camera lens. What's nice about this product too is you can just go and rinse it off. It's biodegradable. Just a really neat product so far. Relatively cheap too, I think. I believe 2.5 gallons, and I'm not sponsored by Super Clean, but enjoy using it. hoping to get these brakes on the car this year. Not sure when. I've had them. The rest of the brakes are in the back of the Firebird, just sitting there. I need to get the rotors turned. So eventually we'll get it all done. I'm gonna go rinse this off here and let's just see what the process looks like so far. The lighting tonight's kind of dim, but hopefully these lights are helping. I'll rinse it off, bring it back over. So it looks quite a bit better there. We'll take some brake clean to get the rest of the stuff off here. I'm not too worried about the back of the caliper. Just want to get as clean as I can. Put these little rods in their own separate container. You'll definitely want to take a steel brush to that, get it as polished as you can. We'll rinse it off with this and see what it does. All these little details, it should look pretty sharp. I've got this 16-inch wheels on the car right now, and eventually I want to move up to some 17s. But I was concerned when I first bought this kit. I thought, well, am I going to have to upgrade to 17s right away? I just put new Sumitomo tires on those wheels, and I thought about it, and I remember that as a police package on the 98 to 02 cars, those cars, the police cars of the Camaros, had the 16-inch wheels. So more than likely we'll be fine. I'm going to pull one of the wheels off tomorrow, just kind of match up, get an idea if the stainless steel brake lines I have are going to be an issue. I did do some reading on some of the forums, and it looks like it's a direct, just swapping these brakes on with the rotors and your additional hardware. It should work fine, but I did read that if you go ahead and upgrade your master cylinder to the 98 to 02 car version, that the braking's even much better. So long term, I'll probably move up to that 98 to 02 master cylinder. Right now I'm going to try to do it with the stock master cylinder. We'll see what happens. But it should really make a difference on the car. Plus, when I've got the car, I've got a fairly it's a kind of an intermittent vibration, and I think it's the right front rotor. Depending on what the temperature is, you'll get a little bit of a wah 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 type sound, a little bit of a bump. So once I'm pretty sure it's one of the main issues is just a warped rotor. So I'm glad I found this kit before I went ahead and had those turned or bought new rotors for the car. So the rotors that I have for this are slotted, zinc plated, so they should be pretty nice. Get this cleaned up, rinse all these parts, hit it with some brake clean, let them dry overnight. Obviously we're just going to paint the caliper and the carrier here. Obviously when you're painting, you don't want to paint here or here. That's where that rubber slider expansion piece will go. Just keep that in mind. Don't want to spray your nuts to the or your bolts to the spindle either. So when we do the brakes, we're going to go ahead and put on the new KYB adjustable shocks too. So, and I've had the shocks right in the back of my car since I think the spring of 2016. So eventually we'll get this whole setup done. Eventually. Rinse these off, bring them back, show them to you. There you go, there's those rods. They're much cleaner, and the spring pieces. Looks good. And there's the carrier. Looks pretty good. We're going to hit this with some brake cleaner so it's good. You can hit it inside here and probably run a rag through just to make sure it's super clean, so we can get those rods moving like they should. Here we go, let's fill it up there. And we'll run a rag in there, blow it out with some compressed air. Just make sure it's clean. Just get it real clean there, real clean there. Thankfully, this brake cleaner is some of the best stuff. Just really dries. using a well-ventilated area. And just keep it on hand if you're working your garage a lot. It helps, whether you're working on mowers or whatever, it helps keep, it makes a quick clean. Now the brake pads are all goobered up, so whatever we have left here in our tray, we'll take and clean them up. So, check that out, get all goobered up there. Rinse these off too, and be all good. Much better. Clean, not clean. So there you go. Got everything kind of cleaned up, and hopefully we'll get this together soon. This could be a long video. We better put it into 2 parts. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.